Thank you everyone for joining us in this match that's currently in progress. This is game number 1. Lunda's pocket is to the top left. As you see on your screen, we've got 2 world-class players. One, Detroit, Michigan, Evan Lunda, and the other one, Joshua Filler. I am your host, Scott Frost. Thank you all for joining us. This is the 2025 Derby City Classic. This is the second of 3 divisions. It is the 1 pocket division, and we are in round number 6. And boy, what a match this is. Lunda possibly looking at the 1 off of the 6 and just stick there behind that little group of balls, which would be the 15 and the 11. Maybe just trying to lay the 1 close. Really got to take care of the cue ball here. Yeah. Excuse me, that's the 5. Did good with the cue ball. I don't believe Josh can get to the 8. Josh's pocket is to the top right. Go over the rules real quick. The first person to make 8 of any ball wins the game. It's alternate break, race to 3. 3-foul rule is in effect. 3 consecutive fouls is loss of game. No jump cues allowed. We are playing on a 9-foot diamond table, 4.5-inch pockets with Simona's cloth and aramith balls. Is he looking to catch the 6 here and bank the 5 towards the pile? Really aggressive play. But he is an aggressive player. You'll notice nothing really goes in Evan's pocket if he does catch the 6 pretty thick. You just don't want to tickle something open in the stack for Lunda. Wondering if you could bank that 5 clean to your pocket, kill it with an inside ball down to this bottom rail and back inside the 6. Let's see what he's got in mind. Well, he got half the job right, but I don't know if it was the most important half or not. Immediately looking at the 10, I would assume. He is aware of the shot-making prowess of Filler. And if I know Evan, he's such a slick player, he will just to keep Filler off anything. So that was the importance an inning ago of Filler catching a piece of the pile there when he crossed the 5 back over, because now he has nothing threatening his pocket, which allowed Evan to bank this 10 towards his pocket. Did he leave a gap to the 10? That would be pretty cold. Oh, and he did. So a huge swing right there. Oh, he's got another good shot, though. Can play the 5 2 rails tight out of this lower right corner. Stick to the 3 and the 11. Might have to cut it a bit, though, and that's his concern. If he has to cut it, he'll go towards the 3 or the 11 a little firmer. Here, I think he's taking a look at the 11 off of the 8, or the 11 off of the 3, then the 8. The problem with that is if you don't make it, you're going to open everything up to Josh's side. I think he's got to play the 5, but the cue ball might be tricky. How did he hit it? How did he hit it? Did he stick himself to the back of the 3 where he can't make the 11? Must be able to make the 11 here. He's looking at this side of the stack. Oh, he sees something else. Keep your eye on something out of the pile here. I don't see it. Yeah, actually in a tricky position. If you can't swerve the 11 in, where do you go? Love to be able to catch a piece of the 8. Is he double banking this? Sometimes in one pocket we play the two-way shot, and one of the ways will go well, the other part will trap yourself, and in this situation he's kind of trapped himself here. Wow, the 4 was actually screaming to his pocket. Turned out pretty fair. Josh looking to whip the cue ball and bank the 6-1 rail. It's the 7 in the way. 3 rail the cue ball. Coming off the 9 here. Tell you what, talking about Josh Filler, not only in his rotation game, but also all of his games on an American pool table, they've extremely matured. He's known to be an excellent shot maker, but over the last year and a half, he's really matured with his cue ball, meaning tactically. Not only is he probably the most aggressive and best shot maker in the world, I think he's right there tactically as well. That's a pretty tough combination to fade. We're talking about a guy that plays one pocket, one time a year. Notice the 4 and 12 and the 2 in the stripe. Neither of them really go to Evan's pocket, so he's trying to take advantage of the 1. If he could swerve over towards the stripe nearest the left side, just banking the 1 back with a right cue ball. It's an option. There's nothing wrong with coming off the 12. The problem is it opens the 4 up. Those balls kind of favor you if you're Filler. Just coming off the 3 here, maybe. Yeah, it's not terrible, but I don't feel like it does anything to Evan. He can do something with the 8 at worst. Lunda with a 3-0 ball lead, first player to make 8 of any ball. He's aware that the 12 and 4 don't favor him. He's got no problem moving the 12 to his side, swinging the 4 around, just laying the cue ball over below the 1. But the concern there is leaving the 1 for Filler. Can he cross the 1 over or do something with the 1 now? I don't think there's anything really wrong with just rolling forward on the 1. Yeah, this is pretty tricky as well. Well, look at that though, the 8 and 12 tied up, and then the stripe. And the 4 tied up nearest the side. But I did touch on it. Lunda definitely aware of keeping filler off the shot. And that's what you got to do with a guy like Josh Filler. You just got to keep him off of anything aggressive and offensive. He's going to find something anyway, but at least you're making him work if you do that. What about coming up to the top left corner here? Is there any way to get down here, or excuse me, to the lower left corner? Just left of Brandon Schuff's shoulder. How you doing, Brandon? Another young man that's playing great pool these days. Always been a great player. Yeah, Josh playing a smart game, just rubbed the 14 over. I think he had intentions of actually tying it up a little bit better with the 3. Now the 2's kind of naked, meaning if you get down here past that center diamond up there on the right side, easy to leave filler a bank on the 2. So you got to be very cautious of that, and he is. Yeah, very cautious of that. He didn't want to have to do it. Filler forced his hand. Once again, this top left corner, or excuse me, I'm calling it the top end. It's actually the lower left corner is available. If you want to just slightly come off the 7. Pressure Lunda. Not going to argue with anything they do. They are at the table. Yeah, a little more freedom to come off those balls. Now that the 2 isn't really bankable for Josh. Makes things a little easier. The 14 really helping Evan, but it's probably going to get moved right now. Yeah, caught it a little thin. Is the kiss shot on the 2? He's looking at it right away. And he will shoot it. He's not beyond anything like this if he feels good about it. Very slick player. Doesn't miss too many opportunities. Very good at finding things as well. This is probably just a little bit of a low outside ball. Unless he talks himself out of it. A lot of the times these guys will play this ball just like it's wired. You don't even have to go forward at times. Oh, and he could go forward, so the 2 was laying perfect. And look at this position, possibly on the 1. Yeah, so Filler kind of overlooked one there. That's going to reach. Yeah, I was wondering if he could hold the cue ball, and I think that was his biggest fear. Evan playing in a jacket. Must not affect him. Going at the cross corner here. And great shot. Start this run. No telling how many Filler can get from here. Obviously we see At least 2 more. Lunda leading 4 balls to 1. I don't believe the 1 banks. He's going to take a good look at it. Hard to tell from my angle. Only problem with trying to drop it below the 6 and 8 is if you don't get there, you can at times trap yourself. 2 rails around for the 15. Oh wow, I think he's fallen almost perfect. Just elevated slightly over the 4. Just like that, 4 balls apiece, filler playing for 4. Going forward here. And a huge miss. So he caught that a tick thick. I figured he was going forward just to cinch the ball, so a surprising miss there. Obviously the 1 must have banked. Lunda playing for 3. Over and back for the 6, same corner. Or do you take a chance at trying to kick behind the 6? He's going to have to grab an extension. This shot can be a little tricky. You can be in between strokes. If you let up on it at all, the cue ball can dive on you. But if you go through the ball too good, you can stay too high as well on the 6. He was able to hold. What a hit. Very nice. Nice cue ball. This is all about pocket speed, right? You just want to lay this up. If you don't make it, last thing you want to do is leave some type of a cross corner, so I'm sure he'll lay the cue ball down as well. Yeah, he caught it real thick. So we still got life left in this game if you're a filler fan. But he needs a little bit of a doctor at this moment. This looks kissable. He's really got to swerve out of this ball. Wow. What a hit from there. That was a steep hit to avoid the kiss. He really juiced that ball up with outside. Is he looking at the stripe off the 4? I think he's better off cutting it than playing that. The only concern with playing the stripe off the 4 is if you catch the 4 too thick, it's coming to Evan's side. You really got to be able to control the speed of both balls from that position. Can he cross the 7 1 rail to his corner? Could cut the 4 too. Yeah, really dangerous position messing with those balls at this point. I wouldn't fault him at shooting it clean, either one of them. Boy, going off the 4 with the stripe is a problem in my opinion. just can't control the speed of both balls, most likely. Then what do you do with the cue ball? I mean, I guess you just have to stop it there. I don't think there's anything good coming out of it unless you can ensure the make. What a sick puppy this guy is. What a sick puppy. Wow. He followed the ball for position on the 4. Both balls jumbled up on Evan's side by the side pocket. Look at this speed with the cue ball as well. I mean, this was drawn up to perfection. Sick man. Lunda might be taking the jacket off after that. My goodness. It's not over yet, though. These balls typically come short if they miss them. Well, I feel like it was right on target if he had the speed. Evan does like this shot. I know his game quite well. Been playing him a long time. Crafty player, like I've stated. But he swerves this ball and makes it look very simple. I expect him to cross this with a low outside ball. No broken bones. Lunda takes game number 1 in a pretty entertaining game, I must say, and that's a real nice recovery by Evan Lunda, especially in that position. Filler comes with those 2 or 3 circus shots. Just did get the 7 to the hole. So a big game for Lunda to hold his serve. And now we'll get a look at Filler's break. Oh, and he's caught the kiss off the 7. And you'll notice a lot of these guys are breaking more inward on the table so they don't catch that kiss. When you're breaking from the long rail there, when you're close to it, it's real easy to catch that kiss and the scratch. What's Evan looking at here? Something simple or something creative? "47 tables in this venue, 500 plus players in each event. Started out with bank pool, now into the 1 pocket. Greg Sullivan, the founder of Diamond, also the founder of the Derby City Classic, and what a great event it's become. It started in 1999. Is he looking to try and chip the 5 over towards the stripe and come into the 3, or is he just trying to take the 5 out softly? I don't feel like it's terrible. Could you have done more damage just making it for Josh? Kind of kept him parallel with the stripe. So I feel like he could cross that over, use the stack as protection. guess he planned to cover that bank up with the 5. Another one of Evan's go-tos. He hits this bank very good. Carbon shaft. Doesn't require a lot of spin. It's more of a center ball that'll turn the 7. Oh, he really turned it too. Just overturned that ball. If you can see all of the 14, you get the feeling he'll go at it. There is a double bank on the 12. Going to the 4. Coming over the top of the 3 here. What does the 8, 10, 14 look like? If it's close, I would expect Evan to shoot it. He's not looking at it, so I don't believe it's on. All right, he's looking to whip the cue ball. 1, 2, 3, 4 above the 12. And 1 rail the 7. That's just what he's looking at. Not saying he's going to shoot it, but when he's close to the ball like this, or when anybody's close to the ball like this, you can judge it quite a bit better. Max inside English here. Oh, what a hit. What a hit. Look at the finish on the cue ball here, too. Does he take this 12 on? Is there value there? Don't think it doesn't cross his mind about missing it. He knows the damage that the man in the chair can do. But if he feels like he's a favorite to make it and there's value, I think he'll take it on. I like the way he played this. Just came all the way around. Kind of a bad rub, I think. I don't know if he can make the 5 or not, but if it doesn't catch the 3, he's clearly got the 5. Yeah, well, he's doing his job so far. He's keeping Filler completely hemmed up, and when Filler gets a chance, he's coming with the shot, but just a little bit short. Now elevating to the 9 1 rail and trying to stick Evan in the pile. How did he do? Look at the speed here. What a naughty boy. Yeah, I can't quite tell what's happening with the cue ball and the 2 ball. But whatever it is, it's dangerous being that close. And if you take a foul, let's not forget that Evan will be on the first one, and it's very easy for Josh to take a foul right there. Problem is, he can't kick to the top rail. He might be able to kick 3 rails at the 9. But I think the 3 could have him off the 3rd rail. Lunda with a 2-1 ball lead. Interesting here. He said, "I'm just going to let you go, Mr. Filler." You rarely see that. That tells you how tough doing anything with the stack really was. Like to have gotten him closer to the rail down here, but he wanted to get the 1 ball over. Did it pay off? Oh, it certainly did. How did he do? This is one man you don't want off to the races, as we know. Can he get to the 1? Yeah, he's just got there. Quickly back in this game. 2 rails towards the pile with the cue ball here, I believe. Oh, he is so nasty. I don't know that he got there. Wow. Straight power. Going forward. Uh-oh. Might have ended up with nothing here. This could slow him down. And to be honest with you, Lunda will be thrilled with it from that position. You've got to expect Filler to get out. The way these balls are positioned, can he take a chance at doing anything other than making the 6? I don't think it's time to panic. You want to force the issue here. I think if you're Lunda, you've got to stay with your game plan of keeping Filler off the shot. He still needs 3. I think Evans entertaining the 13 off the 15 back to his pocket. But if it's just not on, you can always just come off the 13. You can just tickle off the bottom side of it if you'd like. It's hard to keep Josh off the 2, though. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Uh-oh. I think he's left a free cross corner on the 13 there. He wanted to get a little more outside spin on it just to swallow downwards a little bit. That way he doesn't stay level with the 13. I I think he can go forward here and kind of be free. Or does he go heavy into the 11? Well, there was nothing free about it. He just committed. Combo is missable. And it does have repercussions. Is he thinking to punch the cue ball back behind the 11 here? Can't quite tell how steep this is. Just going to go forward, try and cinch it, get position on the 15. Oh, he could cinch down. Nicely executed by Mr. Filler. Like to get these balls up and away. I do apologize, guys. This is the only angle I have to work with, so at times it can be a little misleading. It's not the end of the world. Does the 10 pass the 15? Just wondering if you could float the 9 down somehow. Good cue ball, once again. I know I've already touched on it, but his cue ball, speaking of Filler, has gotten so much better. Can't fault Lunda for looking at the 14 here. Really can't. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. Pretty hanger cross corner here on a 14 for him. Oh, he's overcut it. Unexpected. All right. Is he going to punch around for the 11 next? Oh, he's got it down. Wiggled its feet for sure. And he's in trouble. I don't believe he can get to the 14. So he's going to be forced to either cut the 11, do something with the 10. I don't know if the 11 even cuts. The side is in the way. Is he looking to one rail the 10 and draw over and out? I don't really know. Yeah, where's your cue ball finish here? I don't think he... Can he get through the 11 here? There is an option to kick past the 11 two rails behind the 14. Yeah, I'd say he did quite well. Yeah, pretty good there. He's left him awkward on everything. Hard to keep him off a 9-ball bank here. if he does something with the 11. How clever is he? Pool IQ is just really, really high for not playing the game very often. Took care of the 9 with the 11. Just ran the cue ball into it. Definitely got to move the 14 here. I don't know if kicking it. Feel like he might be rushing it a little bit. You could sell something out here. How good did he hit this ball? Filler laughing. I mean, you really can't hit it any better unless you make it, obviously. Forcing Josh to shoot 10. I'll tell you what, this has been a lot of fun to call, and it's been quite a high-level one-pocket match so far, and we're only into the third game now. One game apiece. Lunda, Filler, all tied up. Back to square one. Lunda's break. Thank you all for joining me. I am the host, Scott Frost. Trying to call some of the right shots and some of the right options. Players from all over the world converge on Elizabeth, Indiana this time of year. Lunda breaking to the same pocket, but notice the cue ball out towards the center a little bit more. Also notice how he digs in with a low inside ball. There's a trick to that. One day I might explain it. I don't want to get too deep into it at this point. Yeah, pretty big difference in the two players' break shots. I don't know if there's a gap to kick to the back of the 1 or not. But even if there is, concern is leaving the 11. Or the 6, maybe. He's got something good in mind. Let's see what it is. I'll tell you what, he can't make the 1. Can cut the 3, but what he had in mind there was very nasty. And if he doesn't leak up to the 3, he would have reversed that break very quickly. High-level stuff from Filler. Yeah, and this is pretty steep. Is he gonna rip it with a low outside ball and come to the 4 next? Just coming all the way around to the 9. How did he do? What a great shot by Evan. Really just going to the 15 here, I believe. You don't have to go into it with a lot of speed. Just a little below medium pace unless you feel like you've got to hit it real hard, but he had a reach, so he's going to have a look at the 1. He'll be fine. I believe the 13 might play. And it does. Evan Lunda, last year's winner of the Buffalo's Classic in New Orleans. The biggest payday in one pocket now every year. Shout out to Buff, everybody down there in New Orleans. Look at this. Open season. 5, 2, 15. They're all there. Wow. Both players playing very, very good. Playing for two. Fell a little straighter than he would have liked. He can punch over for any of those three. Filler concedes. After game number 3, it's Lunda, 2-1. Well, they just continue to trade blows. Neither has cracked each other's break. Lunda basically has a free roll this game. See if Josh can make an adjustment on the break shot. He did catch the corner ball and the scratch his last break. He's opened the cue ball up a little bit more towards the center, just a tick more there. Almost got the kiss, but almost doesn't count. And this is a great break. The 3 in a real awkward position. A look at the carom on the 6. Yeah, and that's why he's elevating, looking to come off low outside ball, or excuse me, a low inside ball. Turn the 6 backwards or up. Pretty low percentage. Looking to kick one rail to the 3. Yeah, he's left a cut on the 4, a bank on the 6. Which has more value? It's favored to make both.
Table 38. Anthony Smith, table 38, you're on the clock.
Now he's got to make a decision. Do you come across the top side of the 8 and just take the cut on the 6, or do you try and come around with an inside ball and beat the 7? That's what he's looking at now. He'd have to beat the 7, meaning come in front of it. Unless he thinks he can split the 15 and 7 and get on the short side of it. This is what I was initially talking about. Just take what the table gives you, come across the face of the 8, directly above it. Yeah, I knew immediately when he was aiming downward on the cue ball that he was coming back for the 1. Pretty clever as well, because if he gets it down, it's got all the value. He's not looking to get 2 or 3, he's looking to get 8. He's only playing for 5. This is the shot here. If you can knock this down, it should be looking good. Yeah, this is great. He's so good at holding the cue ball as well. The 6 does play, I believe. Maybe I'm misled. I believe the 6 passes the 15. Is the 9 available? Just gonna come back up now. 2 rails. He's trying to make his mind up, I think, in what he wants next. I feel like he can hold the cue ball here, but maybe I'm misled. If he had a full pocket with the 6, if it's steeper than I think, or steeper than it looks, then he could easily wrap around 4 rails with the cue ball. Obviously, he doesn't want to travel that far, but he's so good at holding the cue ball with a low outside ball. Now he's looking to come with an inside ball towards the stripe nearest the 6. So he must have a full pocket. Well, he fooled me altogether. Just went to the 7. That tells me clearly the 6 did not go. A little surprising there that he mishit that ball that bad, though. I think he kind of talked himself out of position, over worrying about what the cue ball was going to do. This is a huge opportunity for Evan. Now or never, really, in this game. He's got to knock this down. I believe the 2 might be playable. If not, he's got the 8 and the 12. Yeah, definitely steeper than it looks. That was the issue with the last shot as well. It's hard to tell. So you see how he's stretched. Obviously right-handed as well, so that doesn't help. Does he come with an outside or an inside ball? I think inside here. Wow. Very clean. And he was aware he was probably going to sell the 7 out if he didn't get it down. Josh most likely would have cut it that with an outside ball, but he got it down. He's playing for 7, and there's 8 right there in the pile. Did he get a little too straight, or is he okay to just rub the 11 here and get into the 14? This is more of a situation where you've got to be at the table to know what's happening. Might have to follow forward, depending on what the 2's doing. I feel like getting to the 14 is important here, even if the 2 is wired. And that's what he's looking at doing. It's touchy. You don't want to end up on top of the 11.
Mary Goodman and April Larson, can you turn
not what he was looking for by any means. I thought he might just lightly rub to the 11. Guarantee himself a look at the 14. Most likely trickier than what I was leading it on to be. I think you've just got to come off the 2 here. Try and tuck him below the 7. All of these balls favor Josh. Does the stripe in front of the 5 go to Evan's pocket?
Brooks and Oleg Koch. Come to turn to this, please.
You could just get the extension out and shoot the 7 into the 11. Yeah, this is just as containing. Evan not thrilled with it. I don't blame him. He had a pretty good look at the pile there to do some real damage. Josh wants to bank the 11. Problem is he needs to stay above the 2. I don't think it's makeable. Not saying it's not makeable, but he's really looking to just apply pressure, get it close, versus make it. The problem is he doesn't want to lose the cue ball past the 2. Yeah, notice how he stunned it. He stayed elevated to ensure the fact that he doesn't get near the 2. Now you can clearly soft kick to the 7 here and not leave anything. Or as long as your speed is somewhat decent. Coming off the stripe and putting them there. It's okay. Believe it or not, moving the 10 just that little bit does help Evan quite a bit because he needs something working for him. Trying to stick him between the 9 and 14 here. Did he leave the 9? I believe he did. It's close. But I think he can get position if it plays. Unless I'm seeing something way off. I think he could just stun up for the 14. It's the difference in 2 inches. Winning the game or possibly losing the match. But if this ball goes, he's a heavy favorite to make it. I think it's natural to just stun up. Okay, so there was no chance of that going. Played it directly into the 11. Did he leave the 9? Don't believe he has. clearly pretty hard to tell here if he can swerve the 9 in or not. But the problem is, if he has to use a right cue ball, he's not getting anything after that. So he's got to contend with the 11, which Evan did a good job of getting over. Wow, if he's using a center ball, that's a whole different ball game. Pretty clever little shot by Lunda. He's got to protect. Josh has to protect against the 9 and the 2. Obviously looking to do something with the 11. Can you go forward on the 14? Like you're banking the 14 up towards the 10 and 5. Follow the cue ball down one rail up behind the 11. Is that too much to ask? Well, he's already got down on the 9 once with a center ball just to judge it. He should know, he knows right away whether he can make this ball or not. I don't think it's a question. If he has to spin it, like I was saying, with a little bit of outside, I think the shot's null and void. It's not a bad shot, banking the 14 to the top rail there into the 10. The 10 goes to your side, following one rail forward in behind the 11. Really kind of protect everything there, and you get something to your side. I could be seeing everything completely wrong. Is also a high probability. Well, it's obviously extremely close. He's not certain if the 10 has him cut off to the 9 or not with a flat cue ball. But it must if he's going to the 11. He's going to follow forward here, huh? It's going to be tough to keep Evan off the 2 unless you can move it with the 11, and then you might leave the 6. Can't stand it, can he? Wants to shoot the 9 badly. Yeah, guys, so the shot I'm talking about is just banking the 14, following your cue ball. You're just cutting the 14 a little bit towards that center diamond. Not quite that much, right? Just to the right of the center diamond. It comes up towards the back of the 10, sends the 10 to the left long rail on Josh's side, and you're really just focused on the cue ball pace, playing the cue ball one rail behind the 11. The reason that this shot is possibly the shot is because that way you don't have to protect against the 9 or anything else, and you can just play the cue ball to get behind the 11. Here you've got to protect against the 2 and the 9. And if you move the 2, shooting the 11 first, then you might leave the 6, and all these balls favor Lunda. So that's the only concern with doing anything with the 11. If the 9 is that close, why don't you just shoot it? Getting a headache. He clearly does not see the shot I'm talking about. Doesn't overlook too much very often. Maybe that shot's not there, the shot I'm talking about. The cue ball is a little bit left of the 14. That changes a lot, so maybe it's not quite there. In his defense, it's actually not really there, because the cue ball, it's hard to beat the 6 going forward on the 14. Excuse me, it's hard to beat the 11. He's not happy about it. Evan sprinting to the table. He was in a tricky spot. I mean, at worst, you could take a foul, but very rare do you see players do that with the cue ball in wide open spaces. Another big stretch for Evan. This might be a low outside cue ball. He might just play it towards the 7. See what he's got in mind. Oh, he used it with an inside ball. He don't want to catch the rail with the 9. He thought he made it. Thought he might swerve out, hit that with a little pace with an outside ball. Just wrap the cue ball around past the 11 there. We got action. 4 balls apiece. Lunda up 2 games to 1. Miller broke. Tricky ball to shoot this to. You do not want to catch it too thick. That's suicide. Fiddler will cut the 11. Yeah, he's almost in the line on this 2 ball to where he's going to leave a cut on the 11 if he plays to make it. You see where he's putting his cue? He knows Fiddler can cut that ball from anywhere. Can't fault him for going at it, but he's got to hit it real nice. If he gets it down, it's a game winner. Wow. I thought that ball was in the drink. And it is deep. What a great hit by Evan out of the corner pocket there. Whoa. He made that look easier than it really was, catching the 2 pretty full with a high inside ball at a medium speed to kill the cue ball. Fiddler got to dodge 1 more bullet. It's the green 6. Neither of these players have a loss. Neither of these players want one. So they're going to fight to the death. This is a game winner if he can knock it down. Probably going to hit this with a little more speed to make sure he can avoid leaving anything on that 11 ball. Looking to one rail the 11 maybe. Boy, after you just come with the 2 ball the way you did, I feel like the 6 is a little easier, but maybe not. Just trying to get this close, I guess. Just don't want to catch the 6. And he did pretty good. Did pretty good from there. That's all he was trying to do. And really, to be honest and fair here, Lunda's been in control of this match for the most part. Really since game number 1. Fiddler made that great kiss off the ball with position. It came down to 1 ball, and he came a little bit short with the last ball and haven't knocked it in. But I haven't seen many mistakes from either of these 2 guys, if any. And I don't know if that got down enough, if this is natural where he can just go forward. Got to expect him to play the 11. Is he elevated a little bit here where he's got to draw the ball? That makes it a little touchier with the speed. Yeah, played to overcut it, hit it great. Still very, very good. Actually, great. The 11 landing in an awkward position. Three rails. Is that too much to ask here? Yeah, pretty smart. Pretty smart. Can just knock the 7 away if he'd like. Really going to be in a good position. He does have a look at the 11. And it's also a game winner. Just got to get the speed right. Oh, the speed's good. So all he's trying to do is keep the pressure on Josh, to where he's constantly forced to move the 11 away. If he continues to do that, where he's not leaving a cross corner, then he can always knock the 7 away. Speaking of Lunda. He can't afford to try and chip the 11 over towards the 7 due to where the 14, 5, and 10 lay. Kicking behind it. Now this isn't going to get it. This one, Evan will be going at to make. The others, I feel like he was just really more controlled about the speed, focused on the speed. Oh, he's overcut it. Oh no. I did not expect it. I did not expect it. How did this finish? Is it straighter than I think? Evan taking a peek. A big opportunity for filler. If he's got a little bit of an angle, this is right up his alley. Let's not forget he's played safe about 37 times in a row, so it's hard to pull the trigger on something like this if it's a little bit awkward. Well, how do you like them apples? Wow. Evan might cut the 14 here if he can't make the 7. Yeah, I think he might have to go if the 7 isn't playable here. Playing for 3. Boy, what a big turn of events there. What a shot by Filler. The 3-ball combination. Hanging the 7 up. I just kind of feel like he kind of lunged at that real thin. The speed at which he hit it as well. Wasn't very confident with it. Kind of got away with it. So those 2 stripes tied up there in the center of the table. Just gonna go with the 5 first. Would love to move this 10 out somehow. We still got action, I think. He's kind of fallen flat here. Josh would love to be able to come back to where he's at right now, I believe. Could bank the 10 if the 15 doesn't bank. Unless that's the 11 near the 14. And that's too hard. Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't look at coming all the way back over to where he was to just bank the 10. I think he just kind of overlooked it. He was really focused on getting on the stripe near the 14. He's playing for 2. Is there a way he thinks he can 3-rail that ball? If you're asking for trouble that way, you can get Lunda back in the game. Not that he's out of the game. He needs 3 and Filler needs 2. But I guess what I'm saying is, do you want to press right now? Especially with the stripe on Evan's side. Wondering if he was going to 2-rail this ball. Is this crossable? Can he cross the 10, go towards the 14? That's what he's looking at. It's a game winner. If he can knock it down, really got to be good with the cue ball here. I think the bank is definitely on. Well, you really can't fault him for playing the shot. He caught it just a tick thin. Went into the 14 just like he liked. If he catches it a hair thicker, he goes into the 14 even better. What a match this has been between these two great players. Fun to watch. And he makes that look easy, believe it or not. Pretty difficult to kick with a low ball to the top side of it and hold the cue ball. Just want to keep him off the 10 here. Pretty effective. The more I look at it, extremely effective. How do you keep Evan off of a bank if you're filler? Just below the right side, yeah, right over there, just below the right side pocket or just past it, in between that second and third diamond, if you could chip the 11 over. Yeah, just like so. Pretty clever. Kind of amazes me that he recognizes these shots, plays the game, well, one event a year. This is also clever. One railing the 14 and just bringing the cue ball back over below the right side, or on our side of the right side. Notice how he made it sure to get that ball all the way over here. Evan's so good at figuring out how to bank that ball to where it's pretty much free. He's not going to do that here. He's got to keep Josh off the 11 and the 14. And if he looks to two rail the 10, you better make it. If not, you're going to leave a cross corner. Yeah, pretty cute little hit there. Played it short just in case it goes back up and out. Is he looking to bank the 14 here? Crossing the face of it, yeah. Well, once again, very good speed. Both of these guys are playing very good pool. I have not really seen either one of them this entire match miss hit a ball to where it was just glaring. Like you said, oh wow, he hit that really bad. It has not happened that I can recall. Well, commentator's curse. That's a mistake. Question is, what do you do with the cue ball here? Do you just try to stun over towards the top of the 6 or towards the 6 full? Do you just go forward? Might be better off to just go forward here and get yourself on 7 instead of trying to create an angle. Here he goes. He's going to draw over. Well, that was a mishit. So the commentator curse is alive and absolutely well. Good to know. And this is an opportunity for Lunda to win when I thought for certain Josh was going to take full advantage. Is he looking to just cinch this and draw over one rail versus play the cue ball past the 14 in a Z motion? Yeah, it looks like he's cinching. Well, I don't know about cinching. He tried to wrap it around and just caught the 6. I don't believe he was trying to kick the 6 up from there. Be hard pressed, but he's got a cut at the 14. This is do or die. Both players need to. Game winner. Will carry position on the 11. I'll tell you what, this has been one heck of a match to call. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Not that it's over yet, but both of these guys played excellent pool. And if they continue to play this way, either one of them can win this event. But today, Lunda's going to get the best of Filler, winning 3 games to 1. The crowd loves it. I loved it. And I hope you guys loved it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon.